Good morning. I'm out here at my potted trees. Eventually in a year or so these will go in the ground. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going to add some fertilizer to the top. There is something on my glasses. I'm sorry. So what I'm adding is some blood meal, because I have like 2 packs of blood meal left in there, which is pure nitrogen. And also this right here, Ospama Plant Tone. It's an all-purpose plant food. It says it's for organic gardeners. It's long-lasting. It's for flowers, vegetables, trees, and shrubs. And it has 5-3-3. So it does have the 5 nitrogen and then 3 of the phosphorus, NPK. I always forget what the K is. Calcium? I forget. So anyway, let me show you what I do. I'm only going to show you on one tree, and then I'll do the 3 others here. Let me get the video over here. Let's see. Sorry. I am using my selfie stick, but it's real low. And let's see if I can. One good thing about this selfie stick, the way it bends. Hopefully it will stop if I could get this tight. Yep, it did. Okay, so you could see what I'm doing. I take my little plant scoop and I kind of scrape the top because I want the fertilizer and amendments to get down into the soil. And what happens is over time, you know, when you're in your garden, the topsoil gets kind of hard, and you want to be able to have, you know, whatever you're putting into your plants penetrate. Okay, this is what I do. Other people may not do it, but this is what I do. Then I'm just going to take my mixture here. As you can see, the camera's moving, it's still windy. Here's my mixture. And I'm just going to put that all down in there. All down in there. Okay. Be right back. And then I take some of my fresh soil that I get from my nursery that actually has a little bit of fertilizer in it. Anyway, here's the bag right here. And I put that on top. I don't have fresh compost. I'm not a good composter. Every gardener has their niche that they're good at. I tried composting. I do have chicken poop over there that's still drying out, so hopefully by spring and summer I'll be able to use that. And then I'm just gonna let that sit for a minute while I do the other ones, the other trees, and then I'm gonna water them. This camera up, sorry. Here we go. So I'm going to do that to the other 3 trees that are sitting here, and then I'm going to water them in, and then I'm going to move over to the blueberries. I'm not going to prune or trim the blueberries right now. I do see some old canes on them because your blueberries and your berries grow on the newer canes. And you do want to clean them up, but I'm waiting for the leaves to fall off the plants. And I also have my golden raspberry bush over there. And so with those, I'll be adding some, it's called soil acidifier to it. And I also have some acidic soil over there. Well, let me think about it for a minute. If I'm going to add the soil acidifier, then I don't need to use any of my azalea soil. So I may be able to save that for the spring. Or I can add my bucket of amendments to it for it to fertilize, and then add the soil. I'll figure it out when I get there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, do these 3 other trees, and then I'm gonna come back to you. Okay, so now I am at the blueberry plants. All of my plants are for my zone. I think they get about up to 200 chill hours or something like that. I have O'Neill's, I have, what is that? The peach sorbet, I have some pink lemonade, and the other one, these are all high bush varieties. It's a jewel blueberry. Okay. I got all new blueberry plants this past season, and one of the O'Neill, which is really good for my area, it just showed out and did lots of big blueberries. So let me show you. So this is the O'Neill. As you can see, the flowers are still on them, but I wanted to show you things to look for when it's time for you to trim your bushes. You want to look for stringly things, like, I don't know if you can see what I'm pointing at. Stringly branches like this one. Maybe move back a little bit. I don't know if you can see it, like this one. You want to cut off old branches like this one. And I was gonna wait till all the leaves fell off. But like, yeah, I could probably, actually that one is still green, so I'm just gonna cut the top of it. So stuff like this that's old, you want to get it off your plant. Yeah, and you want to get rid of the little skinny stringy ones, because you don't want to have little skinny blueberries. So I'm not seeing a lot of old stuff, like I said, like down here. Okay, like, oh, I wish you could see it. If you can, you see that? I'm going to cut that off. If you can see it, you may not be able to see it, but I'm cutting all that stringy stuff off of the plants. So what I'm going to do now, and this is why you kind of wait till the leaves fall off, I'm going to add some soil acidifier to my soil. And things have been blowing in here, like this blew out because of the wind. And we just kind of clean up all of this old stuff in here. Like, look at all that. These old leaves that are blowing in here. And I'm seeing some more old stuff over here. Oh, it broke off on its own. And stuff like weeds. Like, a lot of this is weeds and moss and stuff from when I got them from the nursery. I'm just gonna take that off. Yeah. The old stuff off of your plant, and cut that off too. Put it over there. See an old bad leaf in here. Throw it out, throw it out. Like, look at this. I don't know if you can see it. And I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to cut that off. Cutting off all this old dead stuff off the plant. Oh, I see something right here that This one is old and I want to cut it off, but I'm going to wait for the leaves to fall off because at the top, you got some good stuff going on here. So like I said, these are fairly new plants. There, I'm going to cut that off. They're not that bad off right now. This one might look like it'll be cut off later. We'll see. It's not really that much for me to cut off. I think I'm going to cut that off right here. No, not that one. Oh, yeah, that one. That and that. Right there. This right here. Stuff that's just not good on the plant. I'm going to get that off. I know I said I wasn't going to trim it, but I'm looking at it and I'm seeing stuff. So, yeah, I'm cutting it off. Take my glasses off so I can see better. Put it in my pocket here. And you also want to trim from the top, like, look at that. Look at that right there. So, oh, glasses fell on the ground. Not good. So I'm gonna cut stuff from the top. Little stuff like this. Taking it off. Get down in there. Weed. Get this stuff out of here. Let's see. See something here. I'm just going to cut that from the top right there. It's dead. Stuff like this. It's dead on top. Cut that off. See a lot of stuff that's dried and dead. Hopefully blueberries will come back well. Cutting that off. Cutting that off. That's good. I'm gonna cut that off. Let's see what we got here. All these little stragglers, I'm gonna cut them off. Get them out of there. Cut this off. Guess I am trimming, huh? Get this stuff out of here. Little stragglers. Get those out of here. As you can see, I'm not really trimming that much. When the leaves fall off, I can probably see more of what I need to trim off. Yeah, but these are fairly new plants. It's not a lot to trim off here. So now I have, this is a 1/2 cup right here, and I'm gonna add soil acidifier to it. Espoma. Pocket. I love Espoma just because of the packaging, because it's always Velcro. Scoop this in here. This is what it looks like. Okay. Instead of wasting my azalea soil over there, and I'm just going to sprinkle this around on in here. Get it on down plants that are established, like 2 years old, but I don't think I need that much because the soil I planted the blueberry plants in was azalea soil, and it was very acidic. I'm still gonna add some more of my other fertilizer to it because it still needs nitrogen and all of that stuff, right? Still needs that. And some soil. And then when spring comes and it starts blooming, I will put my azalea soil in here. Okay? Just give you a little soil. Put that in there. Let it sit there till I'm done. I'm still seeing some of this. Pull that out. And we're done. And we're done. So that's what I do. That's how I maintain my blueberry plants. I know I said I wasn't going to trim them, but when you start looking at your plants and you start looking at stuff, something got my eye. Get it off your plant. And I'm looking at this now. Sorry, nose is running. And I see this. I'm just gonna clip that little dead thing off. Okay, so I'm gonna stop recording for now, and then I'm gonna do the rest of my blueberry plants and, raspberry plants, and then I'll water them in. I already watered in the trees over there. Yeah, but let me get to it. I'm back. So I actually did go through all of the blueberry and golden raspberry plants, and I had a couple of why do I do this every time? Old growth on it. I was sitting up there just trimming them right now and knew the name of them. Anyway, old growth. So I cut it off, and I'm happy I went through the golden raspberry because there was some type of worm on the leaf, so I just cut that leaf off and threw it out. Of course, I didn't put any acidifier in the golden raspberries, but I had to get that old growth off and those old leaves, and they're looking a little bit thinner. Let me show you. So there, shadows right there, slightly thinner. The peach sorbet right here, has a lot of good leaves on them. Had to go through them and trim the dead stuff. And the golden raspberries got the old leaves off, kind of trimmed the top of them. I'm seeing some more stuff I got to trim on them. Those are the golden raspberry. Those are the O'Neill, and that is the pink lemonade. And the other one, these are the peach sorbet. Sorry, that's the peach sorbet right there. So, yeah, I went through those and cleaned them up, put the soil acidifier in there, added some more soil, added the blood meal and the plant fertilizer, all plant tone or something like that, fertilizer to it, and watered them all in, and they are ready to go. I think that's it. I think I'm gonna forego the strawberries today, just because maybe I'll do them tomorrow if I feel like it. But that is basically it. I just came out here to do maintenance. I'm gonna go ahead and water my garden like I usually do, and then I'm gonna head inside. I was out here all day yesterday. It's a 3-day weekend. I don't want to spend my whole 3 days in the garden. So as I always say, please find peace within yourself, and please be peaceable with everyone around you. I love you all. Have a safe and restful Sunday. Bye.